Everyone dreams of living a better life than the one they have, something more comfortable, more enjoyable, with everything they desire. Anura is no different. She's a girl who got bored, tired of her ordinary life, and decided to wear a skin that wasn't hers just to achieve what she wanted, just to taste a bit of a life she knew was far-fetched, impossible. If you're familiar with Sean Baker's films, you'll know he always focuses on marginalized communities. He shines a light on forgotten characters, whether it's a poor black man or an Anora, a sex worker. The film is structured in 3 chapters, each with its own distinct tone and style. That choice is both challenging and brilliant, making the experience feel fresh and surprising throughout. Each chapter evokes new emotions and forces you to see the story from a different angle. Even the directing techniques and color grading shift to reflect Anura's evolving state of mind. The first chapter, some might dismiss it as empty or just sexual, but to me, it's essential. It shows us Anura's fake persona, Annie. Annie isn't just about being better at her job, she's Anura's escape. She's lively, attractive, with that voice and charming smile. The first chapter feels like Annie herself, romantic, colorful, joyful, exactly what Anura wanted. Then Vanya enters, the hope Anura's been waiting for, the ticket to the life she feels she deserves. The editing here is genius. Sean Baker, who also edited the film, uses transitions and cuts that feel like strip dancing, seductive, rhythmic, distracting you so you lose track of time in this world of bright colors. I also noticed something subtle. There aren't many wide shots of Annie and Vanya. It's as if Anura doesn't want to see the bigger picture, to realize it's all a scam, but the later chapters will force her to see it. The second chapter is chaotic and absurd in the best possible way. It feels the most like classic Sean Baker, full of raw comedy mixed with drama. The characters' interactions deliver everything he wants to say. Take the break-in scene. It's one of the funniest I've seen in years. You don't know where it's going. The reactions are so weird and unexpected. This is where Mikey Madison really shines. She absolutely owns every moment, and this was just the beginning of her explosion in the final chapter. Visually, the chapter changes too. The colors cool down. Anura starts realizing that the rosy life she built is an illusion. Even the weather turns colder, reflecting Anura's internal shift as the warmth of her fantasy fades and reality sets in. But while everyone feels that cold, literally, one person doesn't. Igor. Igor's resistance to the cold doesn't mean he's numb. It's the opposite. His feelings are the only real ones in this world, especially toward Anura. That's why he gives her the shawl, the warmth. It's a beautiful moment. At that point, neither Anura nor we realize that Igor is going to be the first genuine warmth in her life. The third chapter is cold, gloomy, brutally real. All the illusions fall away. Not just Vanya's promises, but even Anura herself sheds Annie's mask. She becomes just Anura, ordinary, like anyone else. The directing and editing slow down here. It's stiff, almost lifeless, because this is reality. Even her lively, seductive voice is gone. She's surrendered. Mikey Madison is genius in this chapter. Everything we need to know is in her eyes. Yuri Perasov is also remarkable. Even in silence, his body language says so much. He feels like the only one who truly understands her. By now, Anura is simply herself. Annie is dead, and living with that truth torments her. She realizes she wasn't fighting because she loved Vanya. She was fighting to keep Annie alive. And now that she's failed, her dream of a better life is shattered. But Igor tells her something important. Anura is better than Annie, because Anura is real. She's not plastic, she's innocent. Like her name means light, even if she can't see it yet. The last scene is the most beautiful, and the most painful. It's Anura's last attempt to be Annie. It's such a raw moment, capturing that desperate feeling we all know when we try to become something we're not, even when we don't fully understand what that is. But Igor is different. He doesn't want Annie, he wants Anura. That realization breaks her open. She finally lets go. Their embrace is a eulogy for Annie, and an apology from Anura to herself for living in the shadows for so long. She cries for dreams she never had the right to own. It's the truest moment of her life, an honest, vulnerable cry in the only real embrace she's ever had. In the middle of the cold, she finds one last moment of warmth. And the film ends with the sound of windshield wipers, a haunting signal that Anura's old dreams, her old life, are wiped away forever. Sean Baker took what might seem like a simple, even superficial story, and turned it into a cinematic masterpiece. Anora is a journey of raw, beautiful emotions. It's easy to connect with because all of us have faced harsh realities, and realized the only way to truly live is to shed our fake skin and show our real selves, even in the most fragile, fleeting moments.